people seem to be pretty interested in me doing a series of Transport Fever, so I thought I'd go for a... I was gonna say real attempt, but that sort of was a real attempt back then. I just sort of fucked up at the end, but it's salvageable and I could fix it. But the thing is, we started in 1850, which there's not a whole lot going on, and it's really slow paced. It's basically just amass as many carriages as you possibly can and just send them out and wait for a while. Because the trains aren't even really that good back then. So, while it would be cool doing a series from like 1850 all the way up to the very end just to see how the world changes and all that, that would take a really long time, and that'd be a lot of just sitting there watching. So, I think I'm probably just gonna go free game. And I was playing around with the world, because you can hit set custom here, and it goes in increments of 10 years. And I was looking around to see when vehicles, like proper automobiles, start becoming a thing, and that's roughly around 1910 you can start getting some of them, but the public doesn't really start getting them until like 1920 or so in the game. So what I was thinking of doing is heading to like 1940, so gas is, you know, pretty abundant, everybody's got it, and that means that we'd have possibly trains that are actually somewhat decent, boats that are maybe possible to like use on a decent scale, because the boats like back like 1900 in this game are like really horrible. They're so slow, but I don't know, we'll play it by ear. I'm thinking large size world, just medium train type, and difficulty I should go easy, but I think I'm gonna stick with medium. But I should go easy, but I'll stick with medium. And advanced will just kind of whatever. This is kind of an interesting mod here though. It makes vehicles so they last forever, basically. So you can be using like you could use the horse-drawn carriages in like 1990 if you wanted to, which is just, it's more funny than anything, but we'll hold off on that. We don't need any of that. The seed, if anybody wants to play along at home, is uppercase D, 9, uppercase N, 8, and lowercase j. While I was generating, I sort of thought it'd be kind of neat to like, I had one of these off camera. It generated without any water at all on it, no water whatsoever, and I was like, oh, that's shitty. And I was just thinking while this one was generating, because it takes quite a while for large worlds, I was thinking it'd be cool if you could actually set different parameters. Looks like we've got a little lake here, like way off in the corner. Really too far away to do anything with though, which is really unfortunate. I mean, we got this here, so we could like, we could ship over construction materials via boat over to like near Bradnich, or up here to near Chestnut. I don't think the hard would be able to extend all the way, so we would need like freight trucks just to make that quick little delivery. It's unfortunate the lake's way over there, but it seems like for the most part, the worlds all generate roughly the same as far as the water goes. It's a river that cuts across the map, and there's a big portion of lake. Sometimes it's way off the edge of the map, so there isn't a lake per se. And sometimes this river, sometimes it spawns so far off the map that there even isn't any at all. And I think that's the way the game does it, and it's a bit sad. And I hope that gets improved later on, because I'd quite like to have a world that's got a really large amount of water in it, like a large amount of water, you know, like we're a coastal area and go. But anyway, let's see what we can do here as far as just little quick easy things to do. We are in 1940, so people do have vehicles. I don't think it's generated the vehicles yet, but they do. They will, trust me. So they'll be able to go from A to B that way. It's just going to be a bit lengthy, but having my own vehicles doing that, probably not necessary unless I have like this really crazy direct route, or if I go direct route from like, what is this, Bradnich up to Chestnut or something like that. It's just a really quick direct route. Some people prefer the fast routes like that. Some people prefer just the cheapest. So that's how it is. If you select a single person, it actually tells you that, but nobody's out on the streets right now, so I can't show you, but you'll have to take my word for it. A loading screen tip confirmed that for me. So it's not always take the longest route possible, but for the most part, That is the best way to make money, especially when moving cargo. So anyway, we've got a lot of stuff happening up here. Look at all this. We got crude oil being made here. Crude oil is being taken in here, and that makes either just oil or fuel. Fuel can be immediately used, and oil can be sent off. Who takes oil? You guys take oil to make plastic, and then the plastic can be used for construction materials or generic goods, I think. So, let's just go with a really quick and easy, simple do. Yeah? Why not? It's not a long route at all. So it might be better to have this do into like chess hunt, but we'll just keep it short and simple for now. I'm not going to have that many vehicles going by, so I think really just a small guy, because this guy's nice because he's got the 4 large cargo terminals. So there's 4 different areas for people to stop and wait and pick up and drop off stuff. So if it's like a really busy hub, this would be good for in the middle of a city and all that. Which, speaking of which, it does have a larger radius than the small guy does. I don't know if I'll really be able to show it here, but you can see how much of the city we're getting there. And if I put a small guy there, it's the exact same, because this is a really bad example. Okay, you're gonna have to trust me on that though. Yeah, I swear it did. I thought it did. Okay, maybe it doesn't. I don't know. I might be wrong. Fuck it. Fuck it. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just gonna play the game. You guys do the commentary. It's fine. Looks like right about here-ish. Trying to find a decent price. I don't really want to spend too long doing that. 20,000. There we go. That'll be my limit. So there's that. And then we need a guy over here. This guy's on a wonky hill. I'm gonna take this first bit slowly because I'm still learning the game a bit. I don't know exactly how to best do things like full load any or all, or how many vehicles I need for a certain place, because I find often there'll be just a huge surplus of goods here. So it's like, well, should I just pick up a shitload of trucks to get rid of the surplus then? So I have literally 18 trucks all moving the exact same thing. It doesn't seem efficient, but I guess every truck pays for itself doing that. So I don't know. And then Hunstanton, I'd like to claim a really nice central location here. And it might be worth getting the large truck station here, just because I might be having a lot of vehicles coming in here all at once, delivering a giant magnitude of things. So if we have this large terminal, then we've got the room for all of it. However, I need to bulldoze something. Oh, nice bus lanes. Fucking sweet. Bulldozing the house is probably the best, but will that leave me with enough space? 3,000, 150,000. I could probably bulldoze these two and get a road going like that, so let's do that. I don't think the one house would have been enough. I should have checked though. And then just a small street. Yes. Just like that. And then the large. Man, that really didn't get as much as I thought it would. Shit. We get a little bit of the industrial stuff. Alright, well, it is what it is, I suppose. I really thought I'd be getting a lot more of the industrial. We could just... I don't know. I don't know. So... what else can we do just to make this route a little better? Or should I just leave it like that for now? Let's just leave it like that for now. Just really simple. Can't possibly fuck it up, and let's see if we can profit off this. So, routes, new line, add station, whoops, there to there. And then probably, well, that could just be one line. While it could be one line, a lot of the time we'll have people... Well, at first it'll be iffy, but overall I think that might be the best way to do it. Just one line. Easy. And then get some vehicles going. We need the depot. Get a road depot. We'll put this somewhere near the city here. $23,000, not great, but oh well. And there we go. So if I need any buses for moving people around town, we have a bus station here as well. So we're moving freight, and this late in the game, we have a Ford Model 77, capacity only 9, 6, 8, 11. So this guy's the best here for capacity. Speed's pretty good. This is a pretty damn nice vehicle. I think that's a pretty solid go-to. It's a bit expensive. Does it really need to be going that fast? Well, it carries the most. Honestly, I think I might go for the Benz. It's a short route. These roads don't allow much of a speed anyway, so this guy's going to be limited. It's just, I think we'll be okay here with the Benz. So we'll pick up like, I don't know, 4. And all of them are on line 1. And in fact, line 1, let's open the line manager here. Line 1, this is going to be renamed to Constantin Fuel. Yeah. Okay. And we'll go with just that. And I'm gonna see how many vehicles I need for this and seeing if keeping this, because it's already produced 10, 12, 14. Like, it's producing it pretty quickly. I'm gonna need a lot of vehicles to stay on top of it. And I'm wondering, is it best to have then just 18 to 20 of these trucks all going around? You can... Alright, whatever. There you go. You can see all the people walking around. They got some vehicles. This guy, details. He prefers the fast route. He does not have a car. He prefers the fast route. This guy here also prefers the fast route. This guy prefers the fast route. This guy prefers the fast route. Okay, so a lot of people preferring the fast route here. 100% of the citizens, by my count, prefer the fast route and have no vehicle. So that's definitely the type of thing where we would put up a direct line bus route from A to B, or even a passenger train, which trains are expensive as hell. You'll be spending millions putting up a train, just building the train. Track's not so bad. There's making roads and tracks and all that, you do it in really short segments, and you hit N and M to vary the height a little bit, so you sort of manually control how much like the angle that you're going at and all that. Start 32, it should be going down. We could probably, this is Huntington Annex, full load of all, whatever it is. So stay here until you have a full load. Did you get a full load? No. Head back. Get a full load. You didn't even get any. You're fucking worthless. Head back. Not that way. Not that way. Shit. On Huntington Fuel. Head to the annex though. There you go. Because I'm thinking I'm going to need a lot more trucks. There you go, you picked up 6. You're producing, you're like maxing out your production. I mean, you need to start kicking this stuff over. There's nothing waiting here. You're kicking ass over there. I don't know if there's much I can really do about that. Should I get another depot set up so it kicks it out to us faster? I don't know. Well, are we profiting? What do we get? Are we even delivering any of the stuff yet? You don't have anything. You doing anything? Producing 40. You got some oil. Try to ship more fuel. I'm doing what I can. You're just making oil. You need to make fuel. I can't do anything with just pure oil. Oh, I see. You have some oil stored. We don't have any of this stored because we're picking that up actively, right? And while I would tell them to stay here until you have a full load, I don't want to do that because then they're going to be staying there forever while this place just stocks up. There we go. Now we're finally getting some kicked over. Took it a bit, but we're getting it slowly. 10 fuel, 11 fuel. So we move what, 8 per? This is what I want to keep an eye on so I know how many trucks to really aim for. It looks like we could probably use a couple more. There we go. And close these. I should just go into options here and change that. I can't change that from here. Excellent. Why can't I change that here? I have to go to the main menu to fix that. There's an option, so when you buy a new vehicle, if it opens up the window or not. And apparently mine is set to do that all the time. I think 5 trucks will be okay. We are making money on it though, so eventually we'll profit. And then we could go for fuel to here to there. I mean, the exact same deal because there's a huge stockpile of oil going here and well, there's still some sitting there waiting to be moved. I don't know. We need to figure out what to do with the oil though. So we could go for, yeah, just moving the oil to there. Or here. That works too, and that gives us plastics, and then we need to figure out what to do with plastics. We'll hold off on that. I'm curious to see if I can get a bus route for passengers set up at all. See if people even bother with that. So we'll try to get most of this town covered. Actually, that about did it there. And then it looks like they're spreading up here ever so slowly. So there's that, and then we'll give you to Chestnut. Where does Chestnut go? Over to Christchurch. So we'll do that. That'll be our bus route. Let an industry upgrade. Fucking sweet. I don't know what that means. Tutorial didn't go over it. There you go, 2 bus stops, looks like it covers you, and then up here, up to Christchurch. There. And that's that. So down here, by road vehicle, passenger, what do we got? We got the twin coach 44S that I wanted to take a look at. Only carries 11 people though. That's incredibly disappointing. How do you only carry 11 people? What the actual fuck? Look at how big you are. ugh, I mean, I guess we'll go with this. It carries the most people. Go for, I don't know, 4 of them. Close all these. Set line for all of them, a new line. This will be bus stop, bus stop, bus stop. Ugh. And then bring it on back. And then you'll hit the drive again. And this will be the... Of course I can't see the fucking city names anymore. Hunstanton. Hunston Hunt Church bus. Hunstan Hunt Church bus route bus. And that's you guys. So they are working at it in the most peculiar fashion, going like way over there first rather than here, unless they already did these. I don't know. Already got some passengers waiting, picking them up there. 6 of 13. Pick up what you can and then get out of there. You're holding up traffic. Should be noted they do slow down around corners, so if you want a really fast, efficient route, you don't have like any bends at all. I'd imagine that's making new money. We're almost over $5 million, which is pretty nice. We still need to figure out what the hell to do with the oil down here. Because I can turn that into plastic, but then I don't know where to bring plastic. Ooh, planes. Oh. Do I want planes? That's gonna be expensive to get planes. I think I want planes though. No, not yet. Eventually we'll do planes. Look at all this. All these dudes making plastic. It's insanity. And then just plastic to goods there. So I mean, I guess we could go through Chestnut here, or Chesthunt, to drop off the oil and turn it into plastic, and then bring the plastic down here for goods, and then bring the goods all the way back up to Hunstanton. Because I'd like to focus on this place and just upgrade the shit out of it and see what all that does for it. I mean, we're creating, I believe, industry jobs by giving them a lot of fuel so their industry thrives, and then people will be coming here to work more. I don't know exactly how detailed it is. Again, the tutorial didn't go through any of that, so... Alternatively, I would like to just take a direct route just to get it, you know, going fast. But lengthy routes do earn more money, so yeah, I guess we'll, because you're making oil. You have oil sitting there. We can't move any oil though. We have a potential of 110. It's currently stored 67. So we need to be moving more of it faster, I reckon, is what it's getting at. Wait, limit 200. Was that limit 100 before? Not sure. Okay, So we'll take the lengthy route. We already got the cargo terminal there, so we can throw one down here. The buses, although it would be cool to do train here. Wouldn't that be fucking sweet? It would, but trains are so expensive. It'd have to be doing an awful lot for me. It'd have to be... There's a lot of oil up here that we could be making, though. It's like, here, pick up if anything, drop off. I don't know. I'm not sure the best way to do it, sorry. We got student backers. That's just generic things. That is, looks like fuel, and that might be people? Or is this general goods? That's livestock, that's oil. And then we got the good old standard boxcar, which is nice. Okay, let's get on with this though. I want to do just a standard station, I think here. We need one for the oil to goods. What else do we need here? We also need lumber at some point. Let's not forget that. Okay, here's some here. I think I missed this. Ashby Woods Forest. So you could do that. Anything else that we'd be picking up while we're down here? If I were to do a train, because I could just train to process and pick up and all that and haul on over. We got a bunch of wood on here, so I thought, okay, we'll do a train, we'll pick up a shitload of wood, and we'll get a process, and then we'll bring the processed wood over to here. With that, we just need plastic. Okay, cool. We can do oil and plastic here. So we would need a truck route to go from here all the way down to here, because sorting that with the train's gonna be a headache and a half because of all the hill and all that. So we have buses, or whatever the fuck. We have freights to deliver oil to plastic here. So we have the plastic, and then we could have the train, I guess. I mean, I guess, would it be worth having a train just delivering fucking wood to process? Like, that seems such a waste. But, I mean, I guess if we have two places doing enough, I mean, it'd be cool to get maybe the coal involved, so it's delivering coal and wood. So then you deliver this to here, and then you pick up this coal, and then I don't really have anywhere to bring it aside from over here, but that's not a good way to do that with the train route. Like, it's way over there. So where else? Like, I guess way up here, but then I have to be doing a bridge, and it's just, everything's in such a shitty spot. You know? So yeah, I mean, I guess train for shitload of wood, get the wood processed. I guess I'll get a lot of money there, and then deliver it to here, and that'll just be one train route. Wood, process it, drop it off, and that's the end of it, yeah? And then we would need something to move. We need to get the plastic down here. If I do a train track bridge, that'd be expensive though, right? Yeah, it's pretty expensive, especially if I want to get a boat in there. There, and boats can still fit. Like, that's, $500,000. I don't know. Oh, if you're wondering why my money's so low, I just bought a fuckload of buses for this route. Like, an absolute load, because I was looking at the passengers waiting, and there's so many people, so I just said fuck it, and just bought, like, I don't even know, a dozen? Maybe a dozen and a half of buses? Like, maybe? I don't know.